www.technomag.co.zw. We are at the fourth session of the African Telecommunications Union, right here in Harare, HICC Harare International Conference Center. Joined with me here is the Chief Commercial Officer with Econet, Mr. Stanley Henning. Sir, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to our viewers out there.
Thank you, Tonderai.
Good, great. We are here at your Econet stand. You are part of the exhibiting at this prestigious fourth session. And right behind us, I'm quite fascinated about Econet 4G, 3G, and that's just an area that I have heard you speak about in various times. We just need to know more 4G here in Zimbabwe. Where is Econet? What have you done so far as far as implementing the technology, LT? And how is that coverage here in Zimbabwe?
Your question is, I think, very applicable. We are living in a technology age, and we're a technology company. We've moved now, and I can say in the process of moving from 3.5G to 4G. 4G, as I've said at our launch in September at Big Falls with the UNWTO, 4G is all about speed, where you will now get 14 Mbps. 1.4. That's the reality. It should be able to go up to 21. And depending on what cell you are in, 4G, 14 is realistic. Now you all know what the speed of 14 is.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. Now if you talk 4G, which we've now got, and I'll tell you now about the coverage. Now we're talking speeds multiplied by 10. So you're talking here around about 70 to 75. That is the kind of speed you're talking about. So when you open a document, believe me, it's like a blink of an eye, and it will be open. Coverage in Zimbabwe is very specific. Where our market is. 4G is in the airport, Harare International, Bulawayo Airport, and Big Falls Airport. And then the entire city center of Zimbabwe, Harare, is covered.
Are you saying in Harare CBD we do have 4G?
CBD is covered as we speak. Now we've got a rollout plan.
All the corners of Harare CBD?
CBD, yeah.
Just the central part? Or?
Central part.
Okay.
Central part, yes. Currently we've got just on about 20 sites. We are more than doubling. It's a 100% increase in this financial year for the immediate plans. But as you know how technology is and how customer demands are, and we want to serve that demand, the chance of beating the 100% increase is absolutely possible. What is important to note is data on your phone with a 4G phone, which you know we don't have in this country. So the alternative at the moment is the dongle with a SIM card into your laptop, and in those areas you'll have speeds that will blow your mind. Let's
talk about the cost. If I'm going to be connecting on your platform using a 4G dongle, how much is it going to cost me vis-a-vis to the 3G that we already had?
Okay, the dongle will cost you $90, and then we're looking at a $150 unlimited package. And the moment you hear unlimited, you can download, you can video stream, you can watch a movie. That's all possible, and at clear crystal on your laptop.
I'm more worried at the economics here of you also as a mobile network operator introducing 4G to an economy like us in Zimbabwe. Are you going to really find this beneficial, especially when looking at the cost of implementing and also the cost, the after cost as in business interests? Is this going to be viable for you as an enterprise looking at your Zimbabwe market, and how has it been costly to you also implementing the 4G technology?
We all, thanks for that question. I think that's quite an important question. We all want to be profitable and successful in our businesses. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to do something. But if the customer requires it, and that is the requirement of the nation, then that's what you do. And let's be frank, the internet penetration here is higher than in most African countries.
True.
Computer literacy is at the highest levels. Next to SA, it's by far the best. And as a matter of fact, it exceeds our neighbor. So when you have high literacy, high competency, people understand these technologies. And if they know about it, you need to deliver it. And if you wanted to be the best as an operator, and we've got competition, we have to have it. So the cost is secondary to the fact that you require it as a technology. And I can tell you now, 4G is not the end. There's already talk about 5G. So if we don't have 4G we are just not in the run. And customers will not see us as the preferred supplier.
Maybe I guess the question here is, would you really want to rush through the 4G, maybe even talk about 5G, before we actually do have a national coverage on 3G itself? Do we really have national coverage on 3G? Do we have national coverage on 4G? Should we even be talking about 5G at all?
That is a pretty tough question. But what I can say to you is, ideally, every single tower should be at least 3G. Because we know the benefit.
Do we have 3G in Zimbabwe with national coverage?
Yes, we have. Absolutely. All the main centers and surrounding areas are 100% covered. We lead the coverage on 3G by the proverbial mile. And what we are saying now is there's a new technology that will even be better than 3G. Bring it in. The issue is cost. And the issue is that it's a complete new tower with new equipment. It's not just an upgrade as people think. So it is costly. So now we're back at what you were asking. But you cannot keep technology away from a nation that is tax savvy. I think that's the issue here. So we are rolling it out on dongles only. We are not talking 4G voice at all for the moment. We're talking data.
I understand also is a need for you to be able to run 4G or LTE at national level. There are also limitations with the statutes and the expenses of you actually being able to beam at such frequencies and all that. How is this been and how is the government also and all these stakeholders, how are they responding to that? And are they really, do you think that they're being supportive to opening up the field as far as opening the frequencies for 4G, LTE and the spectrum, especially the spectrum for LTE? I understand this, you are actually running on a much higher bandwidth. Do you think the government could have done better and how have they been supporting the spectrums of 4G here in Zimbabwe?
Let me tell you our experience from the regulator on this. Firstly, it's now a regulatory requirement to have a minimum of certain number of coverage of 4G. So that for us, together with the customer requirement and demand, is key. The spectrum has been given. So there's all the support from the regulator who represents the government in our industry to say you have to have 4G. At this stage, because they understand the complexities and the cost involved, the requirements are not as aggressive as probably it could be. But then again, we should not be doing something because the regulator necessarily wants this. It is customer demand. So we're going to go and exceed that, and we have already exceeded it by launching in September last year, the minimum requirement.
Let me just kind of take you back a little bit. Your own understanding. Do you think that Zimbabwe is ready for LTE or 4G technology, especially as a business move? Do you really think it's also profitable, and do you think the market is ready for 4G or LTE?
The growth that we've seen in mobile broadband in this country as Econet has been phenomenal. It's outstretched every single projection that we've made. So what I'm saying to you here categorically, the country is ready, people are ready, and cost will come down because the download is so much quicker. So what I'm saying to you is, I think this is the right thing for the right approach for the right cost. It is an absolute yes. Ready, very. And operators that are not going to be in 4G are going to stay behind.
I wish our viewers at this moment they'll also get to throw in their questions and we get to share the same platform. But probably I think this was my last one. Last ways also to our viewers, especially on the 4G LTE technology, anything that you may feel that is very important, but you might need to share with them before we just shut this down.
All I can say is that we want to create, from a technology perspective, the best speeds. Really, we don't even have to go any further. We want people to be able to stream live streaming of TV and movies. That's number one. Number two, voice. I don't see voice in 4G very soon. Those are my two closing comments. It's about getting data fast and quick and not wait and count your fingers and see that little circle on your screen. It's about that customer experience. Voice, that's another discussion for another day.
Yes. Maybe just before we shut down, you mentioned voice, and then any voice integration data IP based on your 4G platform. Are we going to be going that way, or maybe a shelving in the meantime?
can we leave that for another discussion? Let's concentrate on proper data coming through the 4G network.
Chief Commercial Officer with Econet Wireless, Mr. Stanley Henning. It's been our pleasure. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch our short Technomag YouTube-based videos. Hope to see you soon. Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
I hope you got some data left there, some capacity for you. 3 minutes. Okay.
Am I right?
All right, I'll move over.